What is going on, everyone? And welcome to another episode of Cover Lovers, where we get to talk about this week's incentives as well as store exclusives. And with us, as always, we have Mike and Dale. How are you guys doing?
We're good. We're at an ATST today. My little chicken walker over here. We're good. We're good. We're a little under the weather on this side of things right here, which means I'll be under the weather in 3 days, roughly.
And I also have the allergy.
You have an allergy to what?
Well, you know what, Mike? Sharing is caring, right?
Yes, right. So, yep. And how about this guy, right? So, no, we told you this last time. I forgot. We had back-to-back super treasure hunts, and that is why Bruce amazingly sent Deo a treasure hunt, which we got today in the mail. And I know he's not in the chat yet. Hopefully, there he is. There's Bruce.
Thanks, Bruce.
Ooh.
Came today, Bruce.
Treasure hunt.
And I want to take a second and he wrote a great note. I love it. It's on like the kid lined paper with the dotted lines. I don't know if you can see it, but that's really awesome. I mean, I want to take just a second to say that it is people like this that make me stay in the hobby. You guys too, but there's a lot of toxicity in this hobby, as we all know. A lot of just shady shit that happens in this hobby all over the place, from the businesses to the collectors, scalpers, the whole thing. But just remember, folks, there is a core of wonderful people who do this hobby. And Bruce is the perfect example of someone like that who, without any prompting, he's like, I've got an extra treasure hunt. Deo needs to have it. And he's done this for me before. This is the second time that he has just sent me something off the cuff. Remember that Selena Virgin variant, that one I just fell in love with? I basically passed out when we saw it and couldn't find a copy. He sent me one. So, I mean, dude, just thank you so much. Deo, another thank you to Bruce.
Thanks, Bruce.
Really, really appreciate it. So with that said,
that's awesome.
Let's move over to others. Deo's not gonna stay with us all night tonight. He needs to get to bed early because he's not feeling well. So, but he wanted to say hi to everybody, and he wanted specifically to get on to thank Bruce. So,
all right, I love it. Thanks a lot, Dale. Have a good night. Hope you feel better.
Say thank you.
Good seeing you, Dale.
Thank you. I make it out of here slowly because there's a leg sickness.
He's got the flu, and it's like affected his legs, which apparently is a boy thing. Our doctor told us it's like a boy thing. Something about the musculature in boys just gets affected by the fever and the flu and stuff, and it makes your legs all weak and wobbly. I don't know. I've never had it, but
it's a good excuse to move slowly and do things slowly.
Yeah. Come on, Granny. Come on, Granny. Get out of here.
I'll slap your face.
He'll slap my face.
Get better, Dale.
All right. So how about you, Jeff? How are things going, man? Good to see you.
Good. It's good. It's Jeffy Geek Driven, and here for another, one of the few cover lovers I've been a part of this year. Definitely feels good. I took the day off, and thank goodness I didn't have to work at my second job. So I actually had a full day off, lounging, doing absolutely nothing but putting away collectibles and redoing my the stuff behind me. So I mean that's always fun. I miss doing that. And I have a little bit more space around me instead of toys where I can kick it and
damage it. You're gonna devalue your pops or your toys by messing them up.
And I even had time to go find my Secret Wars 2 copies. So
all right.
Yeah. all that FOMO's going around. It's just,
speaking of FOMO, oh my God, with the cherry what do you call it? Cherry Pop-Tart thing. What?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Wowzers. All right. Well,
yeah,
there's
definitely different variants for this cover.
Yeah,
and you have all of them.
I don't have them all. No, I don't have them all.
So you got an awful lot of them.
But I do have them. The funny thing is I got these like 4 years ago. So, I was a little on it a little early. But it also had those, those Secret Wars variant covers for the action figures. and I really wanted that. And this one had the Wolverine. So if you guys are into that, go look for that one as well. But anyways, it's good to be back, and thanks for having me, guys. And
oh, of course, the door is always open, man. I'm glad you're able to catch a break from work and join us on Cover Lovers.
You should introduce yourself, Alonzo. We don't know who you are.
Yeah, nobody knows.
Well, you know, I'm Alonzo, aka Comics and Pops on Instagram and social media, and I had a great weekend. Saw Harry Potter, the Cursed Child at the Pantages Theater.
Oh,
and the production value was amazing. If you have a chance to go see it, definitely, go watch it. Even if you're not a Harry Potter fan, I mean, it's fantastic. It's definitely worth the just to see the production itself. It's very involved. I loved it.
I'm actually curious. Did Grayson go with you?
No. It was just me, the wife, and my brother and his family. And they all loved it. I mean, but they've read the books, seen all the movies. So for them, it was like, oh my God, like I get to see this book, not on the big screen, but on the stage. Whereas I just seen the movies, and I was like, oh, okay. This is pretty good.
You're not a Harry Potter nerd?
I am not. It's one of the only things that I'm not really really into, But the show's great.
I'm not surprised. There's no like Power Girl in it or Poison Ivy or Black Cat. So I get it.
I'm still gonna piss you off when we're off the air and I show you a couple of things.
Oh, are they signed Harry Potter books? J.K. Rowling?
No way, fucking better than that.
All right, can't wait.
I do have that, by the way, but that's nothing.
Wow, dang! All right, yeah, we got to talk.
Just to whet your whistle for later.
I love it. All right, and well, that's enough of me. Let's dive into the
sponsors,
and then get into the chat, and then start the show. So as always, we got to give a shout out to Cover Price. So make sure to use Nirvana 14 for 30 days of unlimited cover price for only 99 cents. And then head over to Bird City Comics and use code word TNH10 to save yourself 10% off your entire purchase. And it is unlimited, folks. So make sure you head on over there. And then quick shout out to Uncle Rudy. What is going on, sir? And also our DJ Eddie. Give him a follow at Beats by Monster over there on Instagram. And diving into the chat, as always, we got GT Key. What is going on? Nerdy Geek. Hello, Igor. Thank you for stopping by. Haunted Comics. Hello there, sir. David, what is going on? And Bruce. Yes, Bruce, the man, the myth, the legend himself. And again, Bruce, thank you for doing what you do, man. Definitely appreciate it. Mike, not Mike. Steve, what is going on, man? Thank you for stopping by, Steve. This is great. And yes, Mike is always bringing the heat, and the perfect timing as his wife just stopped by. Look at that, fantastic! Great timing. The heat, the heat.
Always bringing the heat.
She's bringing the heat, or Mike's bringing the heat.
That's a one-of-one collectible. You cannot touch that. I'm sorry, everyone else.
You know when you start collecting and you get that one like super lucky find, that, and then you're like, oh man, this is the start of like that's gonna snowball. I'm gonna just keep finding shit like this, and then you never ever find anything like that ever again.
Oh,
she's like,
what a geek! What a nerd!
Oh, there you go. See, priceless.
Yes. That and above my average.
Yep. All right, here we go. You guys ready? Oh, there we go. Steve's like limited edition to 1. That's right. All right, here we go. We're starting off with a bunch of Greg Land covers. We a 1 in 25 by Ultimates, a number 10, and a 1 in 25 from Star Wars Jedi Knights number 1. Mike, you're shaking your head. What are your thoughts? Who are you picking?
Man, and I like Greg Land. I really do.
But
I have an original piece from Greg. I think it's who's coloring this shit, because I don't think the art's bad. Matter of fact, I think he kind of nails at least Sam Jackson and some of the dynamics in the cap cover are pretty good, but the coloring is really bad. It honestly ruins both covers for me. I think
it's like they are making cakes with fondant.
Yeah, it kind of, right? Yeah, it kind of looks like that, right? You know, is it cake? Well, is this comic cover? I don't know. I think I like the Jedi Knights a little bit better because I think he really gets Sam's attitude, Mace. So I think that is good. I think he also really gets Liam Neeson there in the background. Almost wish that were more in the foreground, but I think he gets their vibe. I mean, I think Land is really talented. I know he gets the shaft a lot of times and people talk about him negatively, but I don't know. I have an original piece from him and I love it. So what are you going to do? Mm-hmm. I saw just barely going with the Star Wars cover, but I mean, honestly, they're both kind of ruined by the colorist.
Okay. What about you, Jeff? What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I mean, it's the top three Jedis on the right are they're perfectly fine. Even the girl in the front, I don't know who she is actually. But yeah, I just don't like the Ultimates one. It just looks off, really off. And then yeah, some of the coloring is just you can't not mention it. You know, like it's just out there. And Greg does a lot of great covers, but he also does covers where I don't like at all. So I mean, he's kind of like a hit and miss for me, but I know he has good talent. So I mean, I would not get either one of these, but if you have to pick, I'd pick the Jedi Knights.
They're pretty forgettable covers, let's face it. I mean, these are A covers barely.
Yeah.
I totally agree with you guys. I'm definitely going with the Star Wars Jedi Knights #1 is my choice. But it's the really sticking point for me is that Rob Liefeld face for the torch.
Exactly. I just said that to myself. Exactly.
Oh, he's got a little Rob Liefeld chest there for Cap a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, even my wife knows. She just goes, "Isn't that the guy who can't do feet?"
Yes.
So is he saying that character's head looks like a foot?
No, it's that character's head looks like something that Rob Liefeld would draw, and he's really not very good.
Well, maybe he drew the face like he would draw feet, which he doesn't draw often.
It looks a lot.
That's my point.
It looks a lot like a foot, actually.
That's the big toe right there. That big old head.
Right.
Yeah, he doesn't draw feet like doesn't take well not getting invited to a after party for a movie.
Yep.
He's not going to make any money on OnlyFans with his feet. That's for sure. They still do that. There's still people that do that. They're all right.
OnlyFans? Yeah, that's us teachers, Mike.
Because we don't make enough money. Are you on OnlyFans and I don't know it?
Find out.
What's your moniker?
It has to do with feet.
It has to do with feet. I'm out.
Well, you can join the Rob Liefeld No Feet OnlyFans, sir.
There you go.
Feet OnlyFans.
All right.
I model my beautiful thumbs on there.
That's right. We got Cruel Kingdom #3, a 1 in 10 by Jay Stevens. All right, Jeff, what are your thoughts on this one?
It's really cool. I mean, obviously they're doing a lot of homages to the old school comic books. I dig that.
Let's see them feet. Don't.
So I dig the layout, of course. But the art on the actual like the characters, it's very what do you call it? Like the newspapers, the comics, the comic strips.
Calvin and Hobbes-ish.
Yes, very much like that.
Or early Schultz Lil Folks before they were Peanuts. Yeah.
Yes. So it's not bad. It's just I'd rather have it, to be honest, a little bit more of the horror aspect of it, but it's cute. It's fine. It's for a 1 in 10. That's perfectly fine. And it'll make it easy to collect these if it's a 1 in 10 instead of like a 1 in 25 or something like that. So if you're into these kind of covers, these retro covers, I'd say go for it. There's nothing wrong with it necessarily. So, you know what I don't like though is the worn look all the time. It doesn't always fit, and I don't know if that's a worn look or is that like a snake going through the sorcery part.
No, it's a worn look because there's like a crease up in the top corner,
Yeah.
and there's like a rounded edge down on the bottom left.
Oh, and yes, it is a snake or smoke that's coming right out. That's going through the letters in
smoke.
sorcery.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, sometimes it works the worn look, but I think for this one, I think I would rather just been clean. Just my opinion.
Okay. What are you thinking, Mike?
I mean, in general, I've really dug these covers, and I think that for Stevens, who is not gonna ever give us like Carla Cohen level shit, this is the right. He's in his wheelhouse here. This is the right kind of book for him to be able to do his simple sort of Sunday comic strip look to things. I don't love this cover. There have been others of his in this ilk that I have liked. Maybe it's just whatever he's homaging is not the greatest choice in the world. I don't really know what this is supposed to be. Maybe someone who knows more about Golden Age can tell me. But, I mean, I think it's got the right vibe to it. I think if it were like cover price and I had done all these, I might want to complete the run and get it if it were cheap, sort of cover pricey, which it probably is going to be pretty close to that if it's not that. But it's not great. It's definitely not his greatest work, but I do like that it's cute. It fits. It's an interesting mashup, and they've all kind of had this, right? They've had this cutesy take on a Golden Age, usually horror, sometimes sci-fi book, and so it fits with the run very nicely. Just not my favorite of them. I think it would be a pass in general for me.
Yeah, I would agree. For me, it's like I couldn't even find the homage for this one. It's supposed to be after Olive Bailey. So it's, I guess, I feel like it's probably one of the lesser known ones. I mean, it's kind of cool, but I don't know. I mean, the other ones I think that he's done in the past are a little bit more striking. The artwork's a little bit more detailed. This one, I just feel like it does feel a little bit more comic booky, or like Jeff had mentioned, it's more of a, the Sunday paper type of comic strip and I'm just kind of not feeling it at all. And 1 in 10, yeah, I guess. But I guess, I definitely feel like it should be one of those A covers or B covers.
Jeez.
Ooh, Chad, nice thumbnail though, Chad. Well chosen.
Is that a Frazetta?
No, that's a Perillo.
Perillo.
Okay.
Two issues ago, I think.
Something like that.
2 or 3. I don't know. Can't remember.
All right.
Nice butt shot.
Moving on to Birds of Prey number 19, a 1 in 25 by Serge Acuna. Mike?
It's a no for me. I'm blowing it up a little bit so I can look at some details. I mean, I get the framing is cool and the depth of it is cool, and the amount of work that went into the background characters is kind of impressive, but the overall effect of the cover isn't great because the two girls don't look good. Especially not, who the hell is that? Is that supposed to be? Who's the one in black?
I don't know, but I'm staring at that ass is all I can say.
Of course you are.
Yeah, but I'm looking at the face.
I knew you'd say that.
He's like, I don't care about her name. She got an ass.
That's right.
But I'm looking at the face, which sucks and not in a good way.
What's her name?
So,
Dad ass.
Dad ass.
Dad ass.
You know what? DC should just do that, right? Just
character.
Dad ass number 1. with her sidekick, dem titties. Like, just get it done, right?
Alonzo will be the first subscriber.
Yeah,
I will get every single copy of each number 1.
Alonzo's the creator.
We all know.
It's not a good cover. Acuna can do way better than this. The girls, just neither of them came out good. Ass or not, the faces are terrible. I would argue the proportions on who the fuck are these characters? Is that supposed to be?
Is
Black
this supposed
Canary?
to be like fire?
I would say it's probably Black Canary and Viper.
That makes sense, I guess. Barely. I guess they have new costumes now. I mean, I'm just going on some of the cues. If that's who they are, functional problems with both of them. I think their legs are foreshortened incorrectly. Their arms are a little too long. The face on the character in black is not great. Yeah, they look like. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it online because it's super, super cruel. But they don't look in correct proportion. You do the math in your head, folks.
He was digging at me, not anybody in the public.
I wasn't digging at you at all.
He was.
I wasn't digging at you. No, I'm just saying that they're not proportioned right. I mean, he tried to get that downward angle on them, and I think he messed up the foreshortening on the legs and the arms, in addition to other errors, especially in the faces. But.
Jeff, anything to add?
Yeah, this is DC's wonderful choice of incentive covers. And if you guys didn't get that, that was definitely
sarcasm.
Thank you. Yeah.
What other covers are for this?
I agree with somebody said in the chat. This is definitely an internal panel at best.
Yeah, I'm not even.
And yeah, Bruce kind of called it out.
There's a Frisson for this week. Who would ever get this over that?
Yeah, and what I bet the Frisson's cover price.
Yeah, it's $4.99. It's cover A. No, cover D. Sorry, it's cover D, but it's a Woman's Day.
Yeah,
cleavage.
No, it's the right kind of cleavage.
Yeah.
No, that's good. All right, Jenny, I support you on this week.
There's a
dem titties.
There's a
no, not dem titties.
No,
this is a different thing. This is a comfortable titties.
There's a. Well, hang on, too. There's also a Dan Panosian. That's a regular cover. That's a $3.59 cover. I mean, guys, please don't buy this. Please buy the Frisson or the Panosian. They blow this off the planet. They're so much better.
Oh yeah, that just is there's a lot more issues than what just Mike pointed out. But I mean, that'd just be beating a dead horse at this point.
Titties are nice.
Comfy titties. Okay, got it.
Hey,
it makes a difference, man.
On a nice snowy day, you know,
it can feel good at the same time.
Get in there.
Do not need a torture device.
Get in there
guys.
and motorboat it. Yeah.
No, what? No. Stop that. So gross.
I mean, there is some depth issue here. Not just. I mean, what is going across her legs? Like, is it supposed to be like light?
Sunlight, I think. Coming.
That's a weird. Where is that sunlight coming from?
I don't know.
It's just.
Did they stumble into like Conan and Red Sonja's comic by accident?
The gods of the boobies.
Yeah,
it's really weird, and so yeah, this is this is god awful for a 1 in 25.
We spent too long on this cover, actually.
Yeah.
Should we move on?
We should.
All right. I like the ninjas though.
Okay. Oh shit! All right.
All right, we got Mothra, Queen of the Monsters, #1, a 1 in 25 by Matt Frank, and then it's also, I believe, cover A as well. But you can get the Virgin variant at a 1 in 25 price. Jeff,
I actually, in this case, I do like the Virgin variant. It's very tarot cardish. I do dig the art. I mean. Like Mothra looks like it has like fuzzy wings. So that's really cool. There's nothing overly special other than I just like the Mothra part of it.
Sorry.
So yeah, I mean, it's good. I like it. It's not the greatest, but it's good.
Okay, Mike, Allie.
I actually like it too. I'm not sure I like the two human faces in it quite so much, but the Mothra herself, that's a female character, right? Mothra?
Yes.
I believe so, yes.
The Mothra itself is a cool artistic sort of Art Nouveau take on the character that looks almost like if you went into some, I don't know, ancient temple art, like with gold leaf and stuff to deify a god or a monster that they couldn't explain. I feel like this would be the image that would be up on the wall, right? Like Indiana Jones walks into Mothra's temple, and this is the relief on the wall. The what do you call it when you paint on
a relief
on plaster? No, it's got a name.
Hollywood?
No. God, art people, please tell me. what that's called. But yeah, that kind of has that feel to it. It's giving me kind of a cool vibe. And that would be what you would do, right? If you were an ancient civilization and you saw this fucking thing flying around in the air, you'd be like, that's a god.
Oh, you mean like the tiles in like Pompeii and stuff like that?
And I need to worship it and build a wall. So I dig it. It's cool. It's different. No, not a bust. It's painted on the wall, but the wall is made out of plaster.
You mean like the stuff that's in like Pompeii, right? Like those tiles and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I can't think of the word now.
I keep on thinking mosaic, but that's the one with tiles. Mm-hmm. What the hell is the one? Hold on. I got to look it up. Painting on plaster is called. Oops.
and now I need that Indiana Jones
there you
crossover.
Go. James is like
Fresco.
Is
that it?
Because you paint on it while it's wet, and then when it dries, it's fresco. That's the one. Thank you, James. Man.
All right.
Showing me up again. Damn it.
I love this cover. I think it's fantastic. I like, in my opinion, I feel like everything that's kind of in the foreground, you have the old version of Mothra, and then you have the newer version that's kind of up front. Same thing with the twins. You know, the two little girls that kind of bring Mothra into the fold. You have the twins right there at the very bottom and center, and then maybe the more recent interpretation of the twins are the girls that are in the cover that you kind of see. So I think it's cool as far as like bringing old and new and kind of tying everything together in this one picture. At least, again, that's what I see or how I see it. And I do like, as Jeff had mentioned, like the fuzz that you get to see in Mothra's wings. And I love the fact that it is a virgin versus the
virgin fuzz.
Yeah. Virgin fuzz. Gotta love that virgin fuzz.
You put up with him.
Wait. The question is that you put up with him.
I know.
And with the trade dress removed, I mean, you get to see more.
Thanks, everybody. Good night.
More Mothra's wings. I definitely approve of the virgin variant over the trade dress in this regard.
I honestly think this would have been a better cover. The two faces of the girls, the twins, would have been not there. Honestly,
I agree.
I that's just my opinion, but
all right. Moving on to the next one, we have Justice League: The Atom Project 1 in 25 by Ariel Colon. Mike, Allie?
Way better than I thought anything that would be.
So yeah,
DC.
I saw this.
Nice work, man.
I saw this. Yeah, you know.
Good job, guys.
I saw that. First of all, it does look like an incentive, which is kind of cool. And I was actually kind of surprised that I liked this cover. I thought that the emotion was captured really well. I mean, I don't know if maybe it should have been quite so small with so much sort of dead space in the cover. Maybe that's not my favorite aspect of it, but I think the central piece is really, really well done. And like I said, it captures the correct emotion, which is not often done these days. So many covers look so static that I really like this one.
Very cool. What about you, Jeff?
James.
I know. I love it.
If you've seen The Boys, you know what he's talking about.
Oh my God, that episode so jumps the shark. I mean, it's so ridiculous.
But it's so ridiculous. It's so good.
I'll never get those 2 or 3 minutes back ever.
No. Yeah, like wow. That is a pretty hyper realistic looking person for a DC cover, which is great. And it definitely, the emotions, the facial expression is pretty awesome. I even like the surrounding parts of it, like the lightning coming out of it and just the radiance of whatever that black hole is, the wormhole or whatever. So I dig it. I dig the colors. I really like the colors as well. Did I say that?
Talking about The Boys.
Wait, did you show her or?
I told her.
Oh. Now she's got to see it. Now she has to see it.
Face, dude.
She has to see it.
No, nobody has to see it. It's like asking people to watch two girls in one cup.
No, it's not.
What?
Well,
No,
okay, maybe
no.
maybe it is a little that bad too. Yeah, you might
It's
be
pretty
right.
close to being that bad.
But yeah, this is a pretty cool cover for 1 in 25 for DC. So although I just don't know if this is a book that most people would get anyways. I don't know how many people like the Atom. So
That is true. That is true.
That kind of sucks. But if you're gonna get a cover incentive that from DC so far, this is one of the better ones.
At least it looks like an incentive for once.
Oh, Chad, I love it.
Nailed it.
Oh my
Nailed it.
Chad.
That's Kismet for you. Oh God.
Oh man, you know what? I cannot add anything else to this. I mean, the chat's just been on fire regarding this particular cover. I love it.
I think we should all quit and just let the chat come on.
So wait, was that the look of the guy right? You know that we
Pretty
didn't
close.
see in the boys.
Yeah.
It was like right before it happened.
What just went in? What?
What and where?
You guys.
You guys. Moving on.
That's right. We're 5-year-olds.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
We have a 1 in 25 for
That's what it says.
Storm.
That's what to say.
Number 6 by Francesco Mobili. Mobili.
Almost.
God, they must be taking lessons from DC.
With a dent in her boobs.
There's so many issues with Storm on this. Like I don't even want to name them all. It's just
do it.
God, she's got bones for arms.
This one's made out of rubber. Her right arm's made out of
That's the new. Whoa, what happened?
You can't do that.
Her right arm's foreshortened. It's shortened. It's like the
Too much.
ratio of her body is just it's weird. And screw that Professor X. It looks like he looks like he's a turtle. He's got like 3 fingers.
Yeah, he does look like he's missing a finger. He's not, but yeah, it's weird the way it looks.
It's a little off. This is terrible. This should not be an incentive. This shouldn't even be a or B cover. This is just terrible.
I gotta channel my inner Rob on this one and just call out that fucking horrible trade dress.
Oh,
what in the world is happening? That's
that
terrible.
too.
That's a bad start. Then there's a big dent in her left boob. Sorry, excuse me. I mean, it's not the way it was supposed to be. I think that was supposed to look like it was coming out, not going in, but it looked like a big dent. And then the hair, because it's not symmetrical.
Yeah, when they're store bought, sometimes they just pop. Okay.
Yeah, right. There's I guess that's true. There's a little flat spot. All right, what are you gonna do? Yep. You can go to tire discounters. They can. There's an asymmetry to her hair, which it throws the face symmetry off also, which it shouldn't do, but it does do. There are parts of this cover that come really close to being very good, because some of the color rendering is done really well. It looks like watercolor, maybe acrylic. I can't really tell. I don't think Trish is in the chat, but she could probably tell us. And then just too much brightness in too many places. It's drawing my eye away from the characters, which is, in my opinion, the exact wrong thing to do. So overall, this is kind of a train wreck.
Yeah, one of the great one of the great things about Storm is her hair, and it gets whitewashed out here with the background. Yeah. That's just a loss right there.
Yeah, it is.
So, yeah, what do you think, Alonzo?
No, I was surprised you didn't mention this, Jeff, but James did in the chat. And those legs are just like
I'm saying the proportions. The proportions off. Her arms are short. Her legs are long.
Oh.
It's all off.
And then I don't understand how her digits bend this way. I mean,
she has no ankles.
I'm like, oh, poor Storm. It's like, what did yes, Derek, 4-foot tibia. Yeah. I struggled with this one and was thinking about putting a face palm on it, but I was like, oh, there's so many things that could be good with this, but it's like I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it because I like the aspect of her floating in the air. I kind of like Professor X. There's not a lot of covers with him wearing that Cerebro on his head.
True.
So I think that's kind of cool. But yeah, I mean, other than that, I mean, it's just like I feel like the idea is right. I even like the movement of the cape. The cape's nice, but it's just like the figure of Storm is just it's so off, and it's just weird how he did that. I don't know if this is a knee right here.
That's a knee. That's the knee.
It's just weird. It is just weird.
Which is also not far enough away from the boot line. Because the boot line on the other boot is way lower down the leg than that one.
Right?
She has a 1 foot thigh and a 3 foot long leg.
It's weird. It's weird. Yeah. All right. Let's move on to the next one. We got Doctor Strange of Asgard, number 101 and 25 by Stephanie Hans. Mike, Allie?
So I like Hans's work because it's a little impressionistic. And so as a result, I don't hate this. It's colorful. It's got good sense of like shape and stuff like that. But there's some weirdness going on that I'm not sure I love. I don't know. Again, a horrible trade dress, Jesus. But I mean, that's just a terrible design. That looks like, I'm a metalhead, right? So we all know the famous metal logos like Metallica and stuff like that. But then there's all those D-level bands that try to come up with cool logos and fail miserably. And this is one of those. But there's a cool aesthetic to this cover. And if you're not like me and you don't like impressionistic art, then this probably looks like a big mess. I get it. The Sienkiewicz lover in me likes this kind of art, but I can see why people would hate it. So to me, it's striking. It's kind of cool. It's a little weird. It's definitely her. Like, it's definitely Hans. It really can't be anybody else. So in that way, I dig it. As a 1 in 25, though, I don't know about that. It's not good enough for that. I mean, she's had some amazing covers in the past. This isn't one of them. This is just a good, not great, I think.
All right. And Jeff, what are your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, there's parts of this that I like, and there's parts of it I don't. I dig the magic symbols and the glowing from them, but it looks like she drew Doctor Strange separate from the coat. Like, it's almost like she stuck the coat right on there exactly like it is, not form-fitting or anything. It's so off in that sense. But I mean, I like the coat. It's just, it doesn't look like she matched it with his figure, like it's really a little off. And like, I have no idea where his right arm is. It's totally off the page. So, and
no, it's not. It's the.
Is it?
It's the glowing. It's that glowing thing. That's his arm.
Oh, that's interesting. Oh, see, I'd have to look at it a little bit longer.
I guess it's
like trying to wrap the like plastic clothes onto Polly Pocket.
Yes. Yes.
No, I'm sure you know.
Yes. Yeah. So
we've seen the commercials.
No, I'm thinking more like paper dolls, right? Where you have the one set of clothes for 20 different figures.
No, but Polly Pocket had like the vinyl, like the bendable-ish plastic. Are you mad at me now?
No, what am I mad at you for?
You had to like.
He's like, no, I'm a guy.
I just talking about these girls playing
the same thing. Like, it wasn't Barbie. You had to like take these like thick plastic things that were way too big for the scale of the figure, and like it worked. That's exactly what I thought of when I saw that.
Okay, so guys, that's going to translate into trying to get all your vinyl capes onto your old vintage figures. They're all way too fucking small.
There you go. Yeah,
try to get Obi-Wan's cape back on after you get it off, or Darth Vader's without ripping that sucker. Good luck.
I mean, I like Steven's face, the hair. I don't know. Like I said, the insignias of the magic, but yes, there's something off about the coat, and it's just throwing me off. So
yeah, you're right. It's a little weird. It's a little off. It's almost like she should have tilted it a little bit to the left and moved it over also to the left just a touch, because it's not even in the right spot.
Exactly.
Yeah,
His handbag.
How do you say
And
that?
I'm with Derek. I'm with Derek on this one.
I can't.
I like his man bag.
He's got the indie bag.
He's got a satchel. It's a satchel.
It's a satchel. It's a
It's
purse.
a satchel.
It's a merce.
Yes.
No, if Rob were here, he would say he loves the colors of this. You know, you get the colors pop in there. You got the orange, the yellows, blues, purples. There's a lot of stuff, a lot of great colors going on. I agree, Jeff and Mike. At first I really dug the costume. I love Doctor Strange, and then you guys have pointed out everything that's kind of wrong with it. And I'm like, damn it.
No, I like the costume. She fitted it wrong.
It does feel like a separate piece of art that she dragged and dropped into the wrong place.
Yeah, but now it's making me second guess it, because I was like, oh man, this is kind of cool. It's very Asgardian, to have that kind of outfit. Like, and now I'm like, oh man, what the hell?
God, Forge. Oh my gosh, that's hysterical.
Oh my God, Forge. Guy.
Yes, Guy. Yes. And
Nice.
and Guy, Jeff has that Ram Man for you, by the way.
Hey, don't get me in trouble here.
It's called a courier bag.
Hey, and that satchel, he's got the baby oil from Puff Diddy.
Puff Diddy? Oh,
Is it full with baby oil? Is that what you're saying?
Man.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's called the courier bag. I love that. Shopping too much at Urban Outfitters, I think.
Yep.
Hey, the coat is what I call color formed put on there. Like it's just a color form coat. Freaking Guy.
All right. And then we have Jim Henson's Labyrinth, number 6 of 1 in 25 by Raza. Mike?
Okay.
I have to say this.
Okay, Allie?
I'm going to leave the room.
Uh-oh.
So you guys can, get the full...
What? I'm not going to...
He's so excited for this, you guys.
She can feel it. She can feel it.
Where's the fucking mute button? Never find the mute button.
Is there a trade dress cover for this?
No.
Oh, shit.
This is the incentive. No trade dress, no cover B or cover A.
You too.
Mike, do you need some tissue, Mike? Oh, look at that.
Wait, what was that, Allie? What was
that? He's way happier with you right now than me. So you just you do your thing.
Yeah, but you look pretty happy looking at that too.
Did you just
He's so excited for him. I'm so excited for him. Go get it, honey.
Yeah, go get it. Go get it. Let's see. Go get it.
It's all you, Mike.
No way. Oh.
So the 80s hair does it for you, huh?
That's not at all what she means. That's not at all what she means. I don't know where to start. All right. So from an artistic standpoint, I always worry that Raza covers are just retouched photographs, which they often look like they are. This one doesn't necessarily look like that to me. I hope it's not, because if it's not, it's incredible work. To get Bowie's profile like that, I mean, it's one thing to get him head on, right? Because there's 1,000 different pictures of him face on. But to get his profile so spot on is amazing. Also, to get the lighting through his hair and everything, and on his profile, I don't know what does that. Do those balls have a name in the movie? I can't remember, but
I don't think they do.
But you can, and also the one that he's holding.
You can name his.
If you remember, because if you remember the package shot, we all remember the cod piece.
There was a lot of package shot in that movie.
Don't forget about the cod piece. But so, and then the slight sparkle on some of the sequin stuff on his jacket and all that kind of stuff. The ascot, the whole thing. I mean, if this is really painted and not a retouched photograph, it is one fantastic, masterful piece. But I always worry that these aren't, since so many of his covers are so clearly retouched photographs. So I don't know how to take this one exactly, but its impact on its own, regardless of how it was done, is really spot on. You don't even need the trade dress to know that it's a Labyrinth cover. No question about the fact that it's Bowie. It has amazing contrast. It's a 1 in 25. And I think that even if there is a trade dress version of it, and while I like the Labyrinth trade dress, while I like the logo of the movie, I think this needs to be Virgin. I think you need to get this way. And I know we're all fucking 5 years old now. We've all I'm trying to bring it back to serious, Jeff. Come on, man.
Guys dying laughing in the middle of the night at home in the East Coast. I'm telling you right now.
I know. And I went right to it as soon as I said balls. I went right to package. And don't forget codpiece.
What do you call those balls?
Don't forget. I did the whole thing. I know. I got it. And that's on tape forever. Tape. Oh, I am 48, obviously. On video, pardon me, not on tape. But anyway, don't forget codpiece guy as well. I did say
and I think someone said it in the chat. It's camel toe. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a moose knuckle.
Oh, of course. But I think Jonathan, JD. I think I'm leaning towards the fact that this is probably a retouched photo, which is sad.
Mm-hmm.
I wish it weren't, but I'm going to pretend it isn't, because if it isn't, it is a masterclass in cover art. So we'll just leave it at that. Either way, its overall impact is pretty incredible, and I'll just leave it at that it is a beautiful cover worth every penny, needs to be a Virgin, and that's where I'll leave it.
Yeah.
Honestly, even if this is retouched, it's a good retouch.
Sure is.
I'm hoping, like you, it isn't, and this is done all by himself, because that would show and we all know Raza is talented, but it would just really, push that point that he is so talented. There's nothing I don't like about this cover. Like you said, I mean, God, this is definitely where Prince got his style from. Coat, that sparkle. I like the touch of putting the stars in his hair as well. It makes it more fantastical, because it is a fantasy. Labyrinth is a fantasy genre. So I like the stars in the background. I like the glow from his hair, from the background, the lighting going through his hair. All the lighting is perfect. The gloves, the details in was that an ascot?
Yeah.
Like all those details, the folds, the wrinkles. This is, God, I hope you really drew this whole thing, because that just it will put him up there for me with the types of a Perillo,
Cohen, Selena.
Yes, this one would put him up there for sure.
Agreed. I think he has the ability to do it.
I do too. But I think it takes a lot of time to do something like this if this is fully outright. But
should have said sphere. Why didn't I say sphere?
Because you were thinking about balls.
Yeah, you like balls better.
And how can you not think that this is Labyrinth? I mean, we've all seen this movie. Yeah, so this is perfect. But he ascot.
At least he didn't say ascot.
Why did you point that out? All right, you nailed it. But yeah, I dig this cover. Actually, I'm probably gonna go look for this cover after we're done.
I think this cover is beautiful. I think it's one of the best covers I've seen this year. With this, I mean, it kind of brings me back. I mean, it's very nostalgic. I mean, if you've watched the movie, you know that Bowie's character looks or gazes into that sphere and sees Jennifer Connelly, and then you're kind of taken to where she's at. It's kind of like a, like TV, right? So or a camera. He's just kind of looking through it, and I get that feeling. I mean, it feels like I'm a kid again watching Labyrinth for the first time. And
yeah, when you had the crush on Jennifer Connelly when we were all
who
kids.
didn't, man? She was gorgeous. She still is gorgeous. What am I saying? She still is gorgeous. But yeah, I mean, it's just it's well done. And it is very beautiful. And again, I get the feels from it. I mean, it's very nostalgic for me, and I love this cover. For me, again, it's the best cover of the year so far.
And here's the great part about this cover. It hits multiple genres of fans. It's going to get your comic book fans. It's going to get your art fans. It's going to get your music rock fans. It's going to get your movie fans, fantasy fans. So like this is one of those books that this is going to be an evergreen book.
All right, I'm going to pause everyone and I'm going to read his post on IG about this piece.
Oh, do it.
Okay. Oh no, it paused, of course.
When you get Nick Lee allowed to draw Bowie, man, I scrambled so fast to find out who was in editorial duties when I saw this series announced. Thank you, Sophie, and thank you, Kenzie. One of maybe 3 things I drew this year that I don't hate yet, so it's been a good year. To this day, I still can't remember which spot is for the Y and which one is for the I in the word Labyrinth without spell check. I love Labyrinth/Bowie.
So he must, because he has a fanaticism for Bowie and probably this movie, he probably drew this outright.
I think he might have drawn this.
Oh God.
Holy shit.
God, I hope he keeps on this path. That passion that he has for art, it definitely shows in this cover.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a wow. This is I have to cop this for sure.
So head over to Midtown and take a look, see if it's available. Who's buying 25 of Jim Henson's Labyrinth #6? So
apparently only one person on eBay because it's $150.
Oh, that hurt my heart.
Do some web searches, guys. I know I'll be looking for it. I saw it and I'm like, oh,
God,
beautiful. All right. And what a way to end the incentives for this week. And now we're headed towards, yes, Jonathan, $150. And now we're headed to the store exclusives that, may or may not be good. So here we go. Our first one up is Stan the Man Lee.
And it's sold out.
And then you can find at the 5 Horsemen of the Apocalypse, LE of $250, cost of $50. And it's by Scan, whatever. I can't pronounce that correctly. Where's Rob when you need him?
Srisuan? Scan Srisuan?
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 All right. And so, Mike, Allie, what do you guys think? That good? Yes?
Go with you.
Between the two?
Well, just do you like it at all?
Would you pay money for it?
Fuck no.
Certainly wouldn't pay $50. We know there's not 250 of them. We've been down this path a billion times. And honestly, I am sick of people trying to make money off of Stan's image. Let the guy just rest in peace.
Yeah.
And his legacy solidified forever as a literary genius, let's face it. So do we really need to do silly shit like this? I mean,
are we George Orwelling him?
I think it's a big fat no all around. I also think that they could have chosen to do a better concept if they were going to do it. Make him something cooler than, I don't know, tight suit Spider-Man. Make him Thor. Make him, you know what? Make him
not a superhero, but above that, almost like he created.
Well, make him like Odin, like a god, essentially, something like that.
Isn't he supposed to be the one above all?
Or that would be even cooler.
Yeah,
way cooler. That's an even better idea.
Yeah.
Have him taking off the Galactus helmet or something like that. I don't know. Something cooler than this. This is a cop out. This is oops, I drew a Spider-Man cover, but the head didn't come out right. Oh, you know what would be funny? Oh, Stan Lee's head on there.
If we change the color, we could sell it for a 1 in 25.
Yeah. And they'll do the same thing. These are store exclusive.
Yes.
I'm surprised they got the okay to do this.
Other colors. And then a version of it. And then they'll just keep fucking rolling them out.
Yeah, that estate is making bad decisions.
That's for sure.
They should have never allowed them to use Stan's image. And this again, this would look like it's a photo touch as well. I don't know if that's necessarily like fully drawn out. And just sticking his head on top of the body, that's what they did. I'm sure that's what they did. Yeah, it's such a money grab. I'm not gonna touch this. I mean, he's to me, he's the Mr. Rogers of comic books. That's what I would think of him as, right? Like he has this worldview of why can't we all get along? We all got to live together. He's always trying to make people look past all the differences and try to give hope to the world. And this is just kind of sickening to me. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't buy it. Sorry, Scan, but yeah.
Scan doing Stan.
Yep. And I'm with you guys. I don't like it. I think he just kind of put the head on top of the costume, and
he has no neck.
Yeah, I'm not a fan at all. I saw this and I'm like, oh, this is terrible. I'm like, why? And then to Derek's point, look, they're also
foil versions too.
So there's more. There is more.
And a metal and a fucking wooden one and a.
Look, I don't like for Stan Lee fans. I won't necessarily blame you for getting it because you want a comic book Stan Lee on it, but you got to understand the whole business of this as well, and it would make you sick to your stomach if you understood the whole thing.
Yep. All right, so let's move on to another store exclusive. We have Absolute Flash #1, and you can find this for the 5 Horsemen of the Apocalypse. This is by Otto Schmidt with an LE of 800 and a cost of $30. Jeff, are you buying?
Okay, first of all, we all know that LE is not the LE, right? Unless they burned, 2,200 copies? The $30, that's a lot for this cover. This is not a store exclusive cover. It's just an ABC cover to me. And is he skating? Is he? That is a really weird leg pose for him running. There's no bend in the knee. Like, who runs like that?
You do.
The hell I do. That it's just, yeah, I don't like it. I'm pretty sure the hype that they put around this book, this Absolute Flash book, there's going to be plenty of different covers for this book. So if this is one of your choices, skip, pass, go past the 5 stores of Apocalypse. This is not the one.
I would agree. What about you, Mike? Allie?
No, it's not good at all. It's not even. It's a cover level. It's a weird running pose. It's pedestrian art at best. It's not 800 copies. $30 is highway robbery for anything like this. Just it's a no all the way around.
He looks like he's got a big ass stick up his ass.
Oh man.
I'm
like, oh, I would not buy this. It's terrible. You're for all your points, Jeff. I mean, you're absolutely right. I mean, I don't know what he's doing. Like, he could be skating, he could be doing. I don't know. Like, maybe he tripped, falling down. I have no clue. I mean, it's just.
I mean, maybe the gopher is sticking his head out the
If you can do
the ground, and he's got to move. And he's
what's the name? It's the Atom. This is the Atom that we're seeing from, like, from.
This is the other
back.
view.
Yes. What is she doing?
I didn't realize what she was doing. That's hilarious.
But are you running, Allie? But are you running?
Wait, hold on. The front end.
Yeah,
Oh, this shit. I gotta get this shit in.
The head was a perfect sensor. Mike, that was awesome.
Marry this with this. You ready?
Oh my goodness.
okay, splice that together, everybody.
Oh God. That's too much. I want that cover.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Oh, that was
Fantastic.
awesome.
Oh my goodness.
You're all getting your money's worth tonight, folks.
This for sure.
You can see that. Oh no.
This is already one of my favorite episodes.
You can see that on our OnlyFans. Is that what you were gonna say?
I stopped.
So that's how I make my money.
And if you noticed, if you had just took a snapshot of that, there was no feet.
Yes.
Liefeld! Yay, Liefeld! Right.
Oh man.
Yes,
All right.
okay.
We have another one from the Five Horsemen call, and this is for Web of Spider-Verse, New Blood #1. Again, it's LE of 600, which we know is not true. Cost of 30, and it's by Nicoletta Baldari. Mike? Allie?
All right. Well, the one thing that I will say, I'm going to start on a positive note, is she managed to nail the feel of the animated movies pretty well here, but yet not exactly the same. So it still shows her own style. So I'm cool with that, and I would understand why people would actually love this cover as a result, especially since Gwen is on it. Miles is one thing, but had to have Gwen on there too. And I kind of almost wish it were just the two of them and not the whole sort of team. But the colors are right for that whole feel. I'm really cluttered about the cover. It just feels like there's too much on it. If she had just simplified it, I think she maybe went a little too far. Probably could have reined it in a little bit and kept it really sort of crisp and clean, still showing off her style and still showing off that whole animated movie aesthetic quite well. But I think it just goes a little overboard. So it's a no, but I could see people falling in love with this cover, just especially if they really, really love the movie. This feels just sort of like an extension of the movie. But again, $30, a lie on the LE again. And like, even are the noobs even that dumb? Like, come on, it can't be, right? They've got to know that there's more of these out there when every other site sells their Marvel and DC variants at 3,000 copies. I mean, they've got to know, right? But why would these people get special dispensation? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, there's got to be a footnote that says like, oh, limited 600 online.
Yeah,
we'll have the rest of every con for the rest of the year.
Right. Yeah, 600 each con that we're doing.
Exactly.
Big old
exactly.
$15. Don't lie about the damn LE. You're still gonna make an effing fortune off of it. Like, stop being shady. Just come on.
Yeah, this should have been a $15-$20 book at the most.
$15, you sell out all 3,000 copies. You don't even have to fucking lie about it. Just do it. Like, come on. This is a terrible business model. Just makes you look like asshats.
And no one wants to be an ass hat.
Right? Except me.
Or that guy in The Boys.
Or that guy in The Boys. That's true.
Right.
Art-wise, I actually like it. It like Mike said, it matches the movie, the art of the movie. I'm okay with all of that. But to me, I don't know if this is like store exclusive. I would think that at best this is a 1 in 25. I'll give it that. Like, just because people are suckers for this Spider-Verse movie and the art and the characters and the stories, so I can see you can take advantage of that. But this is just, like I said, like a regular A or B cover, maybe 1 in 25, but it's no store exclusive. Not paying $30 for it. And yeah, so it makes me upset because I do like the art. I'm never gonna pay $30 for this cover.
So one of the things, just to let you guys know, it is the first appearance, and again, Spider-Verse has tons of first appearances,
Right?
but of a vampire Spider-Man. It's this guy right here.
Is that who that's supposed to be?
Yeah.
I mean, what, they got the Hulk spider. I don't know who the guy in the middle is on top, and I guess that's a vampire spider. So,
but yeah, this guy's supposed to be the vampire spider. He's making his first appearance in this book, so people that are speculating are probably going to jump on it.
Yeah, but do people really count store exclusives as their first cover appearance? Like, honestly, do they really care?
They have with some of the Venom characters.
Really?
Some people do.
Yeah.
Some people do.
Wow. First appearance of D. Who is that? The vampire spider?
I'm not sure that's his name. Yeah. Tease.
Damn, Derek, you got me. That was a good one. That was a good one. Yeah. I would never count a store exclusive as the first appearance or first cover appearance. It's always the main A cover or whatever, Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, Apollo. I haven't been on the show in a long time, okay?
Apollo, are you okay? Is that a quote without the word baby in it?
Oh, that's right. Oh, I don't know. You know what? This isn't Apollo. I don't think it's Apollo.
It's an imposter. That's how you spot an imposter, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right. That's right.
Somebody has hacked Apollo's account.
Yep.
Cover price, gents, is a first appearance in the comic or a first appearance of a character on the cover. Always in the comic.
Only one thing. Oh boy. Yep. Don't start that.
Yep. All right. Let's move on. Let's move on.
Civil War in this group.
Here we go. Amazing Spider-Man.
Most of us own both of them, just so we don't have to
Derek
ever have that
LE of 1,000 for the set, cost of $40. And you can find it at 616. Jeff?
So I'm assuming the LE is a 1,000 for both books.
Yes, for the set.
And it's a set for $40. Okay. At least the price was better than I thought, because I was like $40 a piece. I'm out already. Yeah. Like, I don't even comment on this. For both, okay, that's a little bit more reasonable, but this is super digitized. This is super Alonzo friendly.
Yes.
I don't know if it, like, we say it all the time, but people like Derek Chu and who's the other guys who do the store exclusives, that
like Larix Lee, and
they make the faces very Asian, but very little like a younger version of them, like they're cosplaying. And I don't know if I can ever be okay with that. I don't. I mean, if I was younger, sure, I might be okay with it. But this is
You mean you're not a perv?
Well, I'm sorry. I might be more square than most people, I guess. But I'm not Alonzo. That's for sure. Alonzo loves his big boobs and his big butts. I'm on the covers. I'm okay with it, but it's not something I necessarily go for. And that's what I mean. I'm not talking about the face. Sorry, Alonzo, I didn't mean to put you there.
No.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, so like art-wise, everything else is okay. I'm just gonna pass because I can't get past the fact that she looks like she's 17, 16. That's really makes me so.
All right. What about you, Mike?
And
Allie?
it's so digital.
Yeah, that was my first comment. Was I'm out right away, regardless, because it's so damn digital, and I always hate that, as you know, especially the ones that really look digital. This one's not as bad as some of the others. I've never been a fan of the Derek Chu faces, no matter what they're on, whether they look like more mature women or not. I just don't really like the way he does faces. And I agree, and we've said this, but the young girl cosplaying as the character thing belongs on a Zenoscope book, not on an actual Marvel book. So those two things right away, already a pass, just a hard pass. And I actually don't really think it's that great a cover anyway. The diamonds are probably the coolest part, or whatever that is, bubble wrap.
Why are her hands so weird?
Yeah, her hands are a little weird too. I mean, I get that she's trying to do the cat thing, I think, or whatever that's supposed to be, but I don't know.
She played a lot of basketball and she jammed her fingers a lot. Okay,
clearly.
I didn't even know she had fingers. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we know. We know you know. We know that's how you're thinking.
I was distracted. I'm sorry. Yes, they're spider hands. There you go. All right. How about this one?
Oh, hey,
LE of 350, $45, Pop Kill. You can find it at KRS Sozo's website, or I just found out if you head over right now, because it is sold out, the Comic Mint has them available right now for $45 for a set. And again, it's LE of 350. Mike?
Okay, so the reason why I like Sozo's art, and I have always liked it, is it has the look of designer clothing designer sketch art stuff that they do to show like what clothes they're going to make and things like that. And I think that's actually her background, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think so too.
So she plays into that style pretty nicely here. I'm not sure I like the execution of it overall. I don't know if she was told to put this costume on this character, if this was Sozo's own choice. But I mean, you know, I like her art. I don't love her art. I love a couple of her covers. We've talked about them before. Both of those Valentine's Day covers from a couple years ago. But I think in this case, this is an almost hit, but not quite. Plus, overshadowed by other. Doesn't this one also have a Hughes that's unstoppable? Is it the same issue?
Yep.
Yeah, which is just an unbelievable cover, and this is never gonna compete with that. So, you know, when you're talking about regular covers, of which this doesn't have, you know, if a cover like this is available and people can't afford the super expensive Hughes one and they'll go for this as a second choice, fine. But in the case of the Hughes, it's just a regular priced cover. It's gonna be like a $4 cover, and it smokes this one. So I mean, I don't see why you'd ever buy this one over that one, even though this is good. That one destroys it. So, but as a store, you better knock it out of the park. Yeah, they're going to probably sell these to the Sozo fans that are trying to be completists. But I mean, I think overall this doesn't have a whole lot of legs to it. But I mean, but it's good. Yeah, literally and figuratively. But I mean, I think at the end of the day, while it's a good cover, it's certainly not among her best. But I do like that it has that clothing designer aesthetic to it, which I like that she leans into that. She's really the only one that does it. And so I can't be mad at her for doing it.
Yeah, I like the cover, but I'm not in love with the cover. I did see it available on her website, got the email, everything, but I couldn't pull the trigger. I could not pull the trigger because I don't know. There was just something about it.
Because you grabbed the Adam Hughes?
Yeah, well, you know.
I know you, sir.
Yeah, I ordered one too.
I did too. So
I have as you. I overpaid by $1.50 like you did, but whatever.
But yeah, I actually owned the digital. So I actually, when this was a Kickstarter, I actually have it as a Kickstarter. So all this is just being reprinted.
Don't we have the second print too?
Oh, there's a Panosian too, Igor? Is that what you're saying? By a Dan cover?
I think there is.
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
You mean Panosian, right?
But yeah, didn't we get the second print of the Pop Kill before it got to Mad Cave? There was
The Hughes?
The
The nudie one?
Yes, that one.
Oh, that one. Oh God, who is that by? I don't think it's Is it by Panosian?
No. It's
no.
Hughes,
He's talking
right?
about the second print Hughes, where
It's just the trade dress is different from
it
Red
wasn't
to
a
Blue.
T-shirt anymore. It was just
She's just nude.
Oh, are you talking about the Kickstarter one?
Yeah.
The Kickstarter one. Yeah, she's nude, so it doesn't have the see-through T-shirt.
On this, but that wasn't the second printing wasn't a Kickstarter. That went to a store.
Oh
Wasn't it?
man, you know what?
I think you're right.
Only the first printing was a Kickstarter.
That could be true.
That's why no one got it. That's why the thing's worth a fucking
No,
fortune.
but wasn't the second print through the
second
creators?
print, or that other was from Paper Films. You get
That's it.
I think you were released.
Maybe
through
it was
Paper
through
Films.
his. Yeah, it might have been through the Paper Films website. That makes sense, but it wasn't on the Kickstarter.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
The only other Kickstarter I think for that was a what do you call it? His wife. Is it his wife? That his wife?
yes.
Cool.
Barbie
Connor?
chick. Yeah, thank you,
Yeah.
Connor. Yeah.
Yeah. Palmiotti and Amanda Connor. Yeah.
There was an Amanda Connor for that Kickstarter, and there may have been a Linsner or something, I want to say, but I don't know. Oh wait, no, it was a Sienkiewicz, wasn't it? There might have been I think there was a Sienkiewicz for that thing.
I don't know. I'd have to go take a look.
I think there is. I think those were
You would not be able to forget a Sienkiewicz.
I think those were, and it's really good, but it got completely overshadowed by the Hughes for obvious reasons. Let me look that up. I think there was. I think one of the Kickstarters was a Sienkiewicz, and I got the set.
All right.
And the girl looks like Drew Barrymore that
Because
was on
of
the on that
looking it up.
Tonight Show.
Sienkiewicz Pop Kill Kickstarter. Let's see.
But
think
I
so.
like this cover actually. I like the design. I like. Obviously, I would think that Adam Hughes is better, but
Yeah, there it is.
I still like it. I dig it. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I don't know if so like my only issue is because of the two different covers. I don't necessarily like the version variant that's up close. I don't think it's necessary. I think it's perfectly fine on the trade dress. What's that?
I'm just not to be mean or anything, but the thigh gap like makes a difference.
It makes it sexier, that's for sure. It adds to the curves of her. I agree.
Because she's skinny and everything, so when you zoom out, you get like a little more of the curve.
You get more hip. You get more girl. I mean, you just get more of the beauty of it. So yeah, and I actually really like the trade dress that they did on this. I mean, it has that great like 50s soda pop branding.
Well, she's playing with it, right? She's flirting with the trade dress.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, it really sort of needs it. It looks very missing.
It's a good marriage of her art with the trade dress.
Yeah, she'd be the right kind of artist.
You get more sass. Yes.
Do an actual ad for the actual soda company. You'd hire someone like this to do illustrative art for it.
Yeah,
it needs the trade. I think it needs the trade.
Look, even the issue number, it looks great. It's got the bottle cap top.
Oh, that is true.
So, like, I think that just fits perfectly with this whole thing. So, yeah, I think the Virgin variant is just unnecessary.
Yeah. So nice cover, bro. I assume you're talking about the 5 Horsemen on the Shredder company about the runs. We've all heard about that, but nobody's ever seen proof of that. We've all been asking for them to do it for 10 years now, and they've never shown a single person.
How difficult is it for them to just shred them?
Right there in front of us. Do a video. Post
do a video.
Yeah. Let's see you shredding them. Let's see those receipts. Let's hear from the company that shreds them.
Yeah, I mean, let's say they send it off to a shredding company. Just for one time, just shred the books at your office, videotaping it, saying, hey, this is what we do with them. Okay, that's it. The one time, that's all you need.
And even if you never really do it again, everyone will believe that you do it every time.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Let's move on to our final one.
Of course you picked this one, son of a...
It's Allie's leaving the room. Oh, maybe not.
Nazi's leaning in closer.
So this is
you haven't seen
Gun
the Cherry
Honey.
Popcart Hughes, have you?
This
What
is
are
Gun
you doing,
Honey.
you guys?
LE of 500
with my
costs the $40
husband?
by Dalmos, and you can find it over at Tuxedo Tiger Comics. All right, Allie, what are your thoughts?
It's horrible.
It's
I mean,
500
it's
it's
horrible.
500
Back
and
up,
it's
back
$40
up.
for the set.
Get out of my face. I gotta.
Easy.
She needs room to see it, sir.
I mean, the only difference is the nipples, right?
Yes, the nibbles.
Allie, please stop licking your lips. That's supposed to be Mike.
No, not at all. Because this cover is horrible. I mean, it looks
It's
like
really bad, you guys.
it's not even good AI. This is a bad cover. The art is bad.
The intent is bad.
Yeah, everything about it is not good. Sorry, it's just not good. It's not worth a penny to me.
No,
This
I
is
agree.
really horrible shit. I've seen plenty of covers that try to do this same thing in a very like sexy way by a good artist, and they're fine. But no,
You just put a gun in a weird spot.
it's not even that. It's just that the art itself is terrible. She looks like she's made out of plastic. She looks like a blow up doll floating around in a pool.
I have to agree. This is
really not good.
Yeah.
This is the worst. This is the worst cover of the night by far.
I've seen some Red Sonja stuff that I didn't want to.
What do you mean? There's no Red Sonja stuff in this house. What are you talking about?
Red Sonja stuff that I don't really like, but like this is boring.
It's boring. It's terrible art. It crosses the smut line. It's
Like if we just put a gun in that place, it's supposed to like make money.
and it will. That's the sad part. And it will. It'll absolutely sell out.
And now I want to ask Alonzo, how many did you buy?
Zero.
Good
Zero. Zero.
Because he didn't find out about it until it was already sold out.
No. It's still available. But the one that I really liked was the
Someone
Warren Liu
checked.
version.
Oh,
The
did
what
Warren Liu
version?
finally do a decent cover again? Been a long time.
The Warren Liu did a version of Gun Honey, and she's drinking wine in a bathtub.
Wait, so why didn't she put that one on here?
No, but that's old. It's like
Yeah.
It came out maybe a couple years ago.
Okay.
But
I know
it's
what
No,
you're talking
Derek. I was really tempted, but no. No.
Right there.
I'm serious. Like you guys know that I have an opinion, but like it's boring. It's
This is in your face lewd.
I'm okay with that sometimes, but that's just
It's too much.
no. It's not even too much. It's sad.
How does Warren Lowe spell his last name? I can never remember.
Luow.
Louw. Louw.
Leow.
No. Louw.
Louw. And
it's Gun Honey.
It's a Gun Honey.
Yeah,
I thought it was Louw, but you might be right because you buy more of them.
I do.
Yeah, that's the one.
It's
I don't
it's
like
the
I
one
don't
she's
like that one
holding-
either.
That she's holding the wine and
And the
that's
gun,
one
the
I like.
rifle in one hand, and I don't like.
Oh
that
yeah,
one.
that one. I remember
Yep.
that one.
It's
Yeah,
a
those
little
are
bit more of a decent concept, but I don't know. It looks way too plastic again. That's way too
Yep.
distant looking to me. Yeah.
Uh,
They're all a hard pass. They're all a soft pass.
Oh, hold on. Igor wants me to pull up one. Hold on. Hold on.
This
Yeah,
looks
like,
like
Okay. So Igor, we've seen this one before. We've actually had this on the show. And yes, it is a lot better than what we've seen in the past.
Cedric Poulat.
Yeah, I'm pulling it up right now. This one right here. And we've had this on
Oh
the show.
yeah, that's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
We have seen that. Yeah, that's much better.
Yeah, I
Yes.
can go. Yeah,
the one that looks like Cindy Crawford.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait. Yeah. That's
Yep.
Well,
the one.
at least the face does.
the one.
No, but yeah.
Yeah.
This is a great cover.
Cindy Crawford.
And they had the other one, this one right here too.
Oh, that's the color. That's the one I remember.
Yep.
The color one.
her face, but not her body.
No,
No.
body.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah, that's much better.
No.
Yeah.
All right. And that does it for our store exclusives. So, woo! All right, we made it. Mike, are we getting a cover fire from you this week?
No, and not because I didn't want to do it, but because this is a shit week for covers. So I'm not wasting my time or my readers' time by making an article. Not going to happen. Plus, we've got. It
doesn't help that you guys are a household of sick people.
Yeah, there's sick people, and we got to go. And Max has to go Wednesday. There's a field trip for the kid, and there's all kinds of stuff. So this is just not the week. It's just not. It's not a good week all around. I mean, there's that Frisson, which is one of the few covers that is a regularly priced cover this week that I think people should go after, but which is what a Birds of Prey. It's a Birds of Prey cover, and I think there's not a lot else besides that. So yeah. So there's your article for the week. But in general, you can find me on Tuesdays, late morning, early afternoon on CBSI. That's comicbookinvest.com, where I drop an article that is the antithesis to this show. Meaning no incentives, no exclusives, just regularly priced covers that I like for the week. And I love it when people comment. I love to have chats with people down there. Even if you don't agree with my choices, please tell me what I missed, what I'm wrong about. I have no pride. Clearly, I have no pride.
All right. Thank you, sir. And yes, Igor had mentioned that about pulling up the other Pop Kill covers. You guys can definitely take a look on League of Geek is what I use, or just do a search. You can see all of the stuff that came out this week, last week for Pop Kills, and all the covers do look fantastic. But they're regular covers. On this show, we look at incentives, and I think the only incentive that was available was the one by Amanda Connor. All right. Before we head on out, as always, let's give a quick shout out to our sponsors. Again, with
if you look right there to the right there, that's the Pop Kill original cover.
Yeah,
that's from the Kickstarter.
That's the Kickstarter one that's worth a ton.
Yes. Don't forget, cover price. Use Nirvana use code word Nirvana14 for 30 days of unlimited cover price for only 99 cents. And then over at birdcitycomics.com, make sure to use TNH10 to save yourself 10% off your entire purchase. And our friend Sean over at displaygeek.com, you can use Team Nerd Herd to save yourself 10% off your very first purchase. They have nice displays like what they have behind Jeff over there. All right. And one other thing. Mike, were there any artists harmed in?
Yeah, I think tonight there are some artists harmed in the making of this podcast. Our bad.
I might have killed one of them.
Yeah, and that chick that was on in the chat a couple weeks ago that was yelling at us for being "get off my lawn" kind of guys, bad mouthing covers. Luckily, she did not tune in tonight because that is exactly what we were. So
we liked a couple of covers.
We did like a couple of covers. That's true.
That's right. Come on. Raza,
which is sold out everywhere, by the way. I already did a web search. Good luck finding it for less than $125.
Oh, man. All right. And Mike. Oh, no. Jeff, you haven't been on the show for a while. So can you please take us out?
Oh, see if I remember this. If you want to do it right, collect what you like. Cover horse for life.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen. Bye, everyone.
Bye.